Hi, I'm Ken McKim. I'm the designer of the Retrospect product line. I was chief technician at Bearsville Studios between 1981 and 1996. The shop was the place where everyone came to do their serious philosophizing. It was 1993, and the tube industry was just coming out of its deep sleep. So technicians, engineers, artists dropped by the shop to talk about the implications of the tube to death. Then someone in the shop blurted out, "Hey, wouldn't it be great to have something like the Teletronics LA2A that I could plug my guitar into? Something small?" And it was, okay, here we go. I set out to retain as much of the LA2A as I could and still have it be something that would fit under your feet. In the end, the prototype didn't really hit that ideal. And it was kind of ugly. King Crimson was in, doing basics. And I thought I would just take this thing into the control room and it should be offered up to anyone who wanted to try it. A week later, King Crimson had left, and so had the box. The assistant said that Tony Levin, bass player emeritus, had taken it with him. Now, I counted this as a good thing. So I started knocking the rough edges off the technical and physical aspects of this thing, kind of get it ready. And that took about a year. And by the time that was ready to go, I ran into Tony, who said he had been using this thing to do sessions, and he'd used it on the road. That was good enough for me. After 14 years at Bearsville, I wrapped it up and started Retrospect. In the next few years, I had a number of revelations about the Squeezebox. The first one was about the way it was being used. It was being used in ways that I could not have possibly anticipated. It was being used for vocals. It was being used for piano, for drums. It was being patched into the insert points on consoles and being used for whatever. I had also heard about the limitations, like the guy with the Chapman stick. Chapman stick is capable of producing huge transients. And for him, the ratio control wasn't sensitive enough to be of any use to him. So I made some changes. The audio section is exactly the same as the one that Tony Levin played through those many years ago. But the detector section has been changed radically. The ratio control is now full range. It goes from 1 to 1, which means it's not doing anything, to 20 to 1, which is hard limiting, and beyond. The threshold control is also much more discerning. The Squeezebox can now go from very subtle gain riding to smash flat limiting and everywhere in between. Studio quality limiting, when and where you want it. Studio on the road. How can you beat that?